Today we'll be looking at the JD Tech StingRay stainless steel and copper mod clone. Fucking amazing piece of kit. I love this mod so much. Sitting on a copper plume veil on it, clone also. Sorry, you know, I have a lot of clones, but I love this piece of kit. It's amazing. It's a piece of mod, a sexy, yeah. Let's go check it out. Okay, so here we have the JD Tech StingRay, the stainless steel and copper mod. This is a clone, one-to-one clone. Fantastic mod, fantastic looking, and it hits like a beast. And now it's sitting on my copper plume veil. So as you can see, it's a cool mod, really nice. It's brushed aluminum, brushed stainless steel on top here. Then you have copper little insert here. Makes it look fantastic. Locking ring and fire button ring, and then the 510 connection ring are polished. I think that these ones are polished stainless steel. These ones will, you know, you will have fingerprints on it compared to the main body of the mod will not leave fingerprints at all. So it's a really cool and sleek and sexy. It's a full copper mod with the stainless steel sleeve on top of it, so you will not have to take care of it all the time and clean it and polish it and everything. Let's go see it all breaking down. Okay, here we have our StingRay all breaking down into pieces. We have the 510 top cap, then we have the fire button here, and then we have the two body pieces here. So like I said, full copper inside. We'll have some verdigris. It's already starting. You have to clean the inside, but it's not as bothersome as the exterior full of verdigris on it. The top cap connecting piece, and then the bottom, the fire button, are brass silver plated, and then the top cap has a little beveled recess here. I will talk about it a little bit more when we put it back together. That can, you know, be a little bit troublesome when you get that mod for the first time compared to those other mods that have a flat top on it. The fire button on this mod, it's really smooth. It's buttery smooth. It's a magnetic fire button, no problem with it, but it's jerky. Like you can see it jerks from side to side, which will cause problems, as I will show you a little bit in the future. But overall, for the price and everything, I mean, the craftsmanship of everything else is fantastic, so I cannot complain. You can get it anywhere between like $20 to all the way up to $50, depending on where you buy it. But it's a sleek ass sexy mod, and it fires like a bitch. It really hits hard, and it works really fantastically well. So up to now, it's my favorite mech mod. When you put it together, it's a buttery smooth treads. Now it's just because I want to put it together that it doesn't go buttery smooth treads, like you can see. And then once it's screwed in all the way in, it's a seamless seam on the brushed aluminum part. So it's really sleek. If you don't know there's a seam there, you will never know. When you're running it with only the bottom part without the top sleeve here, you can run an 18350 battery, but I would not recommend it, especially if you're running sub-ohm builds. But you could, if you have the battery for it, the safe battery for it. So it goes like this. For the assembly, that's where it gets a little bit more tricky compared to some different mods, the way to adjust the way this pin, because here it's a floating top pin. So there's nothing to hold it, so it kind of floats like this, and you can push it. So basically you have to do, when you want to put your addy on top of it, you will have to screw in your 510 top cap connector, and then you will put your atomizer, your addy, and make sure that everything is flush. Okay, so because basically if you screw it in without the top cap, it will screw in all the way till it goes flush with the recess here. And what it does is that the top cap here will not fit in where it's supposed to fit, and then your hair holes won't align, especially on the plume veil, which has like negative post hair holes on the side here. So what you have to do is you screw it in till everything sits flush like this, and then you stop, and then you insert your 18650 battery, and you put the bottom. So what it will do is that by doing it so, the bottom fire button will basically push the battery all the way in, and then the floating connection will go and lock everything out. So now my atomizer cannot screw in more than this. What I was saying about the fire button, okay, I said that it was really jerky, and it is. It's really sensitive, no problem. When you're actually vaping on it, it's fantastic because it's really sensitive and it goes off really easily, and you don't have to, you know, like kind of like go in and really put your finger in. You can hit it from anywhere and it will fire. But if you want to let this mod sit upright, it will fire by itself. Okay, so you have to be very careful because it's a very sensitive fire button. So always put your locking ring on it, and if the locking ring is in, there's no problem whatsoever. It will sit there, no problem. But if your locking ring is not in, then be careful because it will fire automatically. So this is one little thing I can tell you, or a little suggestion I can tell you to be careful with this mod here. So let's go vape it. Okay, so the StingRay, fantastic. I love this mod. Vape's like a charm. With this plume veil on it, with the build that I have in there, it's a quad, 4 strains, a twisted wire, single coil, really dense, warm. But the StingRay itself is beautiful. I love it, and that's the fire button that I talk. It's really easy to go get it and fire it. You don't have to really go and twist your finger and go push it when you have a locking ring that goes and has like kind of recessed area that you have to push in. This one is really easy, magnetic switch, so it's super fun, super easy to super easy to fire, almost instant vaping gratification. For the price, again, I cannot complain at all. I really love it, and I actually want to order a couple different colors of this one just because I love it so much. And with the plume, it just looks sexy. With the plume veil, it looks like it's a match in heaven. It even comes with the StingRay drip tip on it. That's the one I have that has like kind of a little copper ring on it, so everything matches. It's like a match made in heaven. Juice that I'm using right now, it's Outpost Love Ride 60 VG, 40 PG, and it drapes like a champ. Flavorful. My favorite mod so far. My favorite atomizer, not so sure, but we're gonna have a review on that. But this one is really, the build that I have and everything is really flavorful. The plume veil, this is a clone also. The plume veil is a clone, is fantastic, but up to now, for big clouds and everything, I love my little boy better than this. But I have some more RDA coming, so I'll be able to test some more out and see what I like the best. But this one is fantastic. Oh yeah. So this was Hugo for Vape Time TV. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.